operatives have found allies in Astana, civilians prepared to rage against the Chinese and American aggressors. We can use this army of the street to harass the enemy. While Astana burns, our brethren can loot the city for resupply purposes.
All units, respond to city center. 5150 in progress at the old government building.
I am moving there now.
Looters moving along Xi'an Road near the bank district.
7th Street is blocked off. I'm going to have to go around.
A large crowd moving toward the center of the city.
This is Fort Bundy.
Unit 420 requesting backup in the red light district.
Alarm is marked. Going to take some time to... We have a riot on our hands here. Call in the riot. The airport is still secure.
The Red Guard must be mobilized.
Calling the Red Guard. We are going to need a Molotov cocktails. They're using them to... Dispatch, it is 211. I can't get there. Our non-normal Molotov cocktails. They can take more. We have a riot on our hands here. Call in the riot squad.
We have incited the population of the city to riot. Use the angry mobs to collect resources for our cause and chase the Americans and Chinese from this land. Collect $40,000 American by destroying the city and plundering the valuables.
Welcome back, Commander. You might be wondering, isn't this an exact copy of the last mission? You'd be correct. The mission statement or goal is still the same, get a lot of money. But to get that money, you're doing things a little bit differently. Realistically, it's the same. You're just attacking different units, and you've got the angry mob, so it's...
Okay, I will work.
It's not exactly the same, I guess. I don't know.
That building cannot fit there. I will work.
The Angry Mob is actually an interesting unit, just because of the way it works. So, essentially, you have one large health pool. That health pool determines how many units are in the unit. So, a very low HP Angry Mob will have maybe 4 members in it, but a high HP squad will have 8 units in it. This obviously affects their DPS, because more units shoot, more units throw Molotov cocktails. It's also a multi-purpose unit, so they're good against both light-skinned vehicles and buildings,
Just a peasant.
as well as infantry, of course.
Try to hurry. Our work is complete.
Because of this versatility, you don't actually need all that much in this mission. I think the only thing you probably should invest in is, honestly, just a few anti-tank devices, maybe some rocket launchers, maybe some tanks, specifically so that you can take out something like a flame tank, or if you happen to be unlucky or find yourself up against a building, and you just don't want to take too many losses before you have to concede. Angry mobs, to my recollection, also don't cost all that much. So, again, even less to really worry about. Essentially, the way I play this is I tend to go on the western side here, take out the US forces, and then once that's done, you focus on the Chinese side of things. The Chinese tend to build up more units, they have a way better base, if you can even call what the US had as a base. And then this is just showing off, essentially, the way that the bar or play area looks like without having a giant command bar at the bottom. Yeah, there's a bit of a critical mass involved. I don't use Scud launchers near enough as I probably should, which is unfortunate. I don't think I really want to invest a point in it from time to time. Essentially, Scud launchers come in one of two varieties. You can employ them either as high explosive equipped units or toxin equipped units.
A warrior has fallen. Keep gathering money. We are
Essentially, they're both nice. They just serve slightly different purposes. And again, we can see I'm already at 30,000. It didn't really take all that much. You get so many sub-units when you have a bunch of angry mobs that you can kind of steamroll over a lot of stuff. And then you just walk around and collect money.
just a few more warriors fall and our mission will be complete.
Look at my beautiful weapon.
Getting the AK-47 upgrade for angry mobs is pretty significant and something you should always invest in. Especially since it makes tanks a bit of a joke. Again, it also helps that I have like 8 angry mobs, but you get to a point where you're a little unbeatable with enough of them. You just have to be careful of AoE explosions or flame tanks.